There's something utterly enchanting about stepping into a vintage cottage where time seems to slow down and every corner whispers stories of simpler days. The timeless vintage cottage aesthetic, with its shabby chic farmhouse charm and cozy English country decor, invites us into a world where distressed wood meets delicate florals, where weathered furniture carries character in every scratch, and where soft linens create sanctuaries of comfort. This design philosophy celebrates imperfection as beauty, blending romantic nostalgia with lived-in warmth that makes a house feel like a true home. As we explore vintage cottage style in 2026, we're witnessing a beautiful renaissance of these classic elements, now thoughtfully combined with sustainable living practices and modern comfort.
Welcome to Rustic Elegance. Let's embark on a journey through the beauty of rustic decor, celebrating the warmth, simplicity, and natural charm of this timeless design.
Timeless Vintage Cottage Tour 2026, Shabby Chic Farmhouse Charm and Cozy English Country Decor. In this comprehensive cottage tour, you'll discover how to masterfully blend shabby chic farmhouse elements with English country cottage charm to create spaces that feel both timeless and fresh. We'll explore the art of layering vintage textiles and antique finds, uncover the secrets to achieving that perfect patina on furniture pieces, delve into cottage garden-inspired color palettes that bring the outdoors in, and reveal how to curate cozy vignettes that tell your unique story. Whether you're drawn to the romantic femininity of French country cottage style, the rustic simplicity of farmhouse living, or the classic elegance of English countryside homes, this guide will provide you with inspiring ideas, practical styling tips, and modern approaches to creating your own vintage cottage sanctuary that honors tradition while embracing contemporary life. One, the heart of vintage cottage living, rustic farmhouse kitchens and dining spaces. Open shelving and charming crockery displays. The vintage cottage kitchen serves as the soul of the home, and nothing captures this spirit quite like open shelving adorned with collections of mismatched vintage crockery. This 2026 trend embraces the beauty of displaying ironstone pitchers, transferware plates, and delicate teacups that tell stories of generations past. The key to mastering this cottagecore aesthetic lies in creating organized chaos, grouping pieces by color family or style while maintaining an effortlessly collected over time appearance. Reclaimed wood shelves with visible brackets add structural interest and farmhouse authenticity, while the negative space between items prevents the display from feeling cluttered. This approach to kitchen storage not only provides functional accessibility, but transforms everyday dishes into decorative elements that embody shabby chic farmhouse charm. Consider mixing cream-colored ceramics with soft blue transferware and the occasional pop of rose-patterned china to create visual rhythm that feels curated yet spontaneous. Farmhouse sink surrounds and heritage-inspired fixtures. Nothing grounds a cottage kitchen quite like a farmhouse apron front sink. A deep fireclay or porcelain sink paired with a vintage-style bridge faucet instantly creates a timeless focal point. Surround the sink with cozy cottage touches, beadboard paneling, lace cafe curtains, or a small wooden dish rack for drying heirloom dishes. Choose brass, copper, or oil-rubbed bronze fixtures with cross handles to add patina and character. Countertop materials like butcher block, soapstone, or naturally veined marble complement the sink beautifully, while giving the kitchen a durable, functional work surface. Dining tables with history, distressed woods, and heirloom seating. A cottage dining area should feel like a space where generations have gathered. A distressed wooden farmhouse table with worn edges, nicks, and old marks creates the perfect lived-in foundation. Mix your seating for charm and personality. Windsor chairs, a small church pew, or a soft upholstered bench in faded florals all work beautifully. Finish the space with warm, nostalgic lighting, like a vintage chandelier, wrought iron pendant, or a cluster of mismatched lights. Add simple table layers, embroidered runners, lace overlays, linen napkins, or small bundles of dried lavender. These thoughtful touches turn everyday meals into cozy cottage moments. Two, cozy living rooms, layered textiles, vintage finds, and cottage comfort. Layering textiles for warmth, texture, and cottage charm. Creating a cozy English country living room that embodies vintage cottage warmth requires mastering the art of textile layering, a technique that adds depth, comfort, and visual interest to every seating area. Begin with a foundation of neutral linen or cotton slipcovers on your sofa and chairs, allowing the relaxed, slightly rumpled texture to set a casual, lived-in tone. Over this base, layer throws in complementary patterns and textures: a chunky cable knit blanket draped over one arm, a vintage quilt with faded florals folded at the foot, and perhaps a soft mohair throw in dusty rose tucked into a reading chair. Pillows become the jewelry of your shabby chic farmhouse living space. Mix embroidered vintage linens with ticking stripes, toile patterns, and grain sack textiles, varying sizes from large European squares to smaller lumbar supports. This approach to layering creates inviting nooks that beckon you to curl up with a book and stay a while, embodying the hygge-inspired comfort that defines cottage living in 2026. Curating vintage collections and meaningful vignettes. Cottage charm comes alive through small, intentional displays that tell a story. Create vignettes on side tables, mantels, or shelves using vintage books, brass candlesticks, ceramic pitchers, or framed botanical prints. Group items in odd numbers for visual balance. Add natural elements like dried flowers, woven baskets, or weathered wooden pieces to bring warmth and authenticity. Repurposed flea market finds such as crates, old ladders, or architectural salvage make beautiful accent pieces when styled with care. These little collections give your living room personality and a sense of history. Fireplace surrounds as welcoming cottage focal points. In any cottage-style living room, the fireplace naturally becomes the heart of the space. A painted brick or stone surround in soft white, cream, or gentle sage provides a calming backdrop. Style the mantel with a vintage mirror, brass candlesticks, pottery, or seasonal greenery. Around the hearth, incorporate texture and function. Woven baskets, vintage trunks, or neatly stacked wood. During the warmer months, fill the firebox with candles, birch logs, or a decorative screen. Cottage style embraces a softer, imperfect look, so keep the arrangement relaxed, layered, and comfortably asymmetrical. Three, dreamy cottage bedrooms, vintage furniture, cozy layouts, and serene retreats. Designing the cottage bed, headboards, frames, and thoughtful layout. A charming cottage bedroom starts with a beautiful, well-designed bed, something sturdy, timeless, and full of character. Instead of focusing on linens, emphasize a statement headboard. An iron frame with soft curves, a distressed wooden headboard with weathered texture, or a French-inspired upholstered design in natural linen. These pieces instantly anchor the room and set the tone for a cozy retreat. Position the bed where it catches morning light or aligns with the room's best architectural feature, helping the space feel more restful and intentional. Add a simple bench or trunk at the foot of the bed for extra seating and storage, keeping the cottage atmosphere functional yet inviting. The goal is a bedroom layout that feels calm, open, and thoughtfully arranged. Side tables, consoles, and vintage nightstands. Instead of matching bedroom sets, cottage design celebrates a collected, personal feel. Choose nightstands with patina and charm, a painted side table, a small antique console, or even stacked vintage suitcases for a creative touch. Look for pieces with original hardware, curved legs, or aged wood finishes that bring character without overwhelming the space. Style nightstands with simple cottage accents, a ceramic lamp, a small vase of greenery, a vintage clock, or a woven basket for essentials. Mixing different textures and shapes give the room depth, while keeping everything in a soft, neutral palette maintains the serene cottage mood. Dirting tables, armoires, and character-filled storage. A cottage bedroom feels most authentic when storage pieces look collected over time. A vintage dressing table with a small mirror and delicate drawers adds charm and practicality, perfect for displaying perfumes, jewelry trays, or artisanal ceramics. Pair it with a small wooden stool or an upholstered chair to reinforce the cottage ambience. Large storage pieces, like an oak armoire, pine wardrobe, or painted cabinet, add functionality while reinforcing the cozy, heritage-inspired style. Keep decor light and meaningful, perhaps a small framed print, folded quilts, or heirloom boxes. This combination of furniture makes the bedroom feel lived in, comforting, and rich with story.
Four, vintage bathrooms, cottage tile work, heritage fixtures, and spa-like simplicity. The elegance of freestanding soaking tubs and heritage fixtures. Nothing sets the tone for a vintage cottage bathroom quite like a freestanding soaking tub, a centerpiece that feels refined, serene, and deeply luxurious. Instead of ornate claw feet, today's cottage-inspired tubs lean toward smooth porcelain silhouettes, gentle curves, and timeless proportions. They're beautiful, positioned near a window, where natural light and garden views create a calming spa-like ambiance. Pair your tub with heritage-style faucets in brass, polished nickel, or oil-rubbed bronze for a warm, classic look that ages gracefully. Complete the space with a small wooden stool, woven basket, or tray with natural soaps and fresh greenery. These simple additions transform the bath from a daily routine into a peaceful escape. subway tile, vintage patterns, and cottage color palettes. Tile plays a major role in shaping a vintage cottage aesthetic. White subway tile with contrasting grout remains timeless, while handmade or beveled tiles add charming artisanal texture. For flooring, consider hex tiles, soft floral motifs, or subtle geometric cement tiles for vintage character. Add personality with beadboard, checkerboard patterns, or wainscoting in gentle, nature-based hues. Cottage palettes often feature sage green, powder blue, dusty rose, warm cream, and weathered bray, creating a calm, spa-like backdrop. Finish with period-style wall sconces, a beveled mirror cabinet, and a classic pedestal sink to reinforce the cottage feel. Storage solutions, vintage cabinets, open shelving, and linen closets. Storage in a cottage bathroom should blend functionality with charm. Repurposed cabinets like painted medical cupboards or old pie safes add character while keeping essentials neatly tucked away. Open shelving enhances the cozy cottage feel, showcasing rolled towels, apothecary jars, and vintage glass bottles. Even the linen closet can reflect cottage charm, with lined shelves, labeled baskets, and lavender sachets tucked between linens. Small details like antique jars, silver trays, and a wooden ladder for towels turn everyday items into delightful decorative accents. 5. Outdoor spaces, cottage gardens, vintage porches, and alfresco living. English cottage garden design, blooms, pathways, and romantic landscapes. A vintage cottage garden shines when it feels both charming and a little wild. Flowers spilling over pathways, roses climbing doorways, and layered blooms in every direction. The 2026 English cottage garden embraces this romantic look while using more native plants and pollinator-friendly varieties. Tall delphiniums and hollyhocks add height. Roses and hydrangeas fill the middle layer, and lavender, catmint, and lady's mantle soften the edges. Pathways are key to the cottage look. Think herringbone brick, flagstone with creeping thyme, or crushed gravel edged in old bricks. Add vintage charm with weathered gates, terracotta pots, antique watering cans, and salvaged garden accents that make the space feel lovingly curated over time. Vintage porch style, furniture, swings, and welcoming entryways. The cottage porch is the heart of indoor-outdoor living, a cozy, inviting space perfect for morning tea or quiet evenings. Start with vintage wicker chairs, comfy cushions, and a nostalgic porch swing dressed with outdoor pillows and soft throws. Add character with antique metal chairs, a weathered bench holding potted herbs, or a repurposed ladder displaying trailing plants. Lighting sets the tone. Vintage lanterns, warm string lights, or classic farmhouse sconces create a welcoming glow. Finish the look with a seasonal wreath, a charming doormat, and a small sign that reflects your home's cottage personality. creating outdoor rooms, dining spaces, potting sheds, and garden vignettes. Extend your cottage style into the yard by creating outdoor rooms that feel both functional and beautifully styled. An alfresco dining area under a pergola wrapped in roses or wisteria instantly adds romance. Pair a weathered farm table with mismatched chairs and simple vintage dishware. A small potting shed becomes a feature on its own when painted in classic cottage colors, topped with window boxes, and filled with terracotta pots, old tools, and a wooden workbench. Throughout the garden, scatter charming vignettes like a vintage bicycle with a basket of flowers, a repurposed wheelbarrow planter, or a cluster of galvanized watering cans. These small scenes create a cohesive cottage landscape where every corner feels warm, nostalgic, and worth exploring.
Conclusion. Vintage cottage style is more than a decorating trend. It's a way of living that values warmth, craftsmanship, and the beauty of time-worn character. From open-shelved kitchens to cozy bedrooms, heritage-inspired bathrooms, and inviting dining spaces, every corner of a cottage home reflects a love for authenticity and simple comfort. The charm of this aesthetic lies in its imperfections: aged wood, collected pieces, mixed textures, and meaningful objects that feel lovingly used rather than newly purchased. It's a timeless look that blends nostalgia with practical, everyday living. Now it's your turn to bring this spirit into your own home. Start small: a styled shelf of vintage crockery, a soft reading nook, or a dining table layered with heirloom touches. Visit flea markets, explore estate sales, and look for pieces with stories to tell. Let your cottage evolve gradually, choosing items that genuinely resonate with you. True cottage style isn't about perfect matching or pristine finishes. It's about creating spaces that feel personal, welcoming, and lived in. Celebrate worn edges. Embrace mismatched chairs. And enjoy the gentle charm of nature creeping up your windows. Your vintage cottage sanctuary is ready to grow with you, one meaningful detail at a time.